Good morning, Bees. This is your principal, Mrs. Meneses, bringing you today's Bees Breaking News. Buenos días, abejitas. Les saluda su directora, Mrs. Meneses. Súper contenta de traerles los anuncios el día de hoy. Today, boys and girls, is day 3 in the Discovery Time schedule. Hoy es día 3 en el horario del descubrimiento. Today is Monday, the 22nd of February. Boy, is this month flying by, especially after last week. Hoy es lunes, el 22 de febrero del 2021, abejitas. Entonces vamos a estar celebrando los cumpleaños de estos últimos días. We're going to be celebrating the birthdays of these past few days because I know that we had a very difficult week and that unfortunately because of that we weren't able to celebrate all of those of you that had a birthday over these past few days. So I can't remember if we celebrated the birthdays from the 13th, which was the Saturday after that last Friday that we were here. So I'm gonna go ahead and call out the names of those students that had a birthday on that weekend as well. So we're gonna start from the 13th all the way until today. And let's see, I wanna make sure I also don't miss out on any staff birthdays. So I'm gonna pull those up really quickly. Let's see. All right, so let me start off by the 13th. So on the 13th, we have Audrey Bro, who celebrated her birthday in 5th grade, Jorge Medina in 3rd grade, Aaliyah Rahman in 3rd grade as well, Laila Villagomez in 2nd grade, and Hansika Kaipu in 1st grade. Those are the birthdays from the 13th. Then we also have Eduardo de Leon Alvarez in 4th grade, Jesus Landaverde Paredes in 4th grade, Ethan Bruni in 1st grade, Amy Phillips Villegas in 1st grade, Bella Hernandez in pre-K. Those are birthdays from the 14th. Happy birthday, boys and girls. We also have on the 15th, in 4th grade, Elida Norrelden. We have in 3rd grade, let's see, Dacian Molisho. We have Melanie Peralta in 3rd grade as well, and those are from the 15th. On the 16th, Christopher Rios from 5th grade, Kaylee Islas from 3rd grade. On the 17th, Aliana Bali in 2nd grade, and Ewa Bravo in kinder. And actually, Ewa was on the 18th. On the 19th, we have Aurora Sabota in 4th grade, Adan Arzola in 2nd grade, and Javier Arzola in 2nd grade as well. That was on the 19th. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Let's see, on the 20th, we have Casey Acevedo in 3rd grade. And we have on the 21st, Zachary Chang in 3rd grade, Isabel Flores in 3rd grade as well, Saya Lagasse in 1st grade. That was for the 21st. And then today, the 22nd, is Evan Ortiz in 3rd grade, Natalie Castro in 2nd grade, Elizabeth Knudsen in 2nd grade as well. In 1st grade, Ariana Garcia, Leighton Tran in 1st grade as well, and Julian Vanderberry in 1st grade. Lots of birthdays. Way to go, guys. Happy birthday to you guys. Let's see, do we have any birthdays from the 13th? We do, so let's see. Miss Dare celebrated her birthday on the 18th. Happy birthday, Miss Dare. And we have Derva Barami from the cafeteria also celebrated her birthday. So let's go ahead and put on our birthday shades and sing them happy birthday, boys and girls. Sing with me. 1, 2, 3. Happy, happy birthday from all of us to you. Feliz, feliz cumpleaños. May all your dreams come true. Hey! All right. Doesn't it feel good to be back? I am so happy. It feels wonderful. I'm so excited. It's still early in the morning, but I'm so excited to step out into the halls and get to see all of our students today and our staff. I have missed you greatly. I hope that you are ready to learn. I hope that you are excited to be here as well and to see your classmates, your teachers, and of course for our staff, for them to see each other. All right, boys and girls, a few announcements. we continue to celebrate Black History Month, so we want to remind our students. I know we lost a week there, but we want to remind you to go ahead and keep working hard on those Black History Month assignments or activities that you guys have been submitting. I know some of you have been working on some really neat things, and I'm excited to see which class is going to be winning either that disco dance party or the Kahoot party. So whatever your choice, your class gets to choose if you win. Remember, the way that you win is that you get the most entries from your classroom. That means there's no limit of one student can turn in more than one activity. So you are free to do as much as you want, and make sure to submit it to your teacher. Now, speaking of Black History Month, I want to share with you a quote that really, I've been thinking a lot, a quote that really sticks to me, stands out to me, especially during this time of so much struggle that we've been going through. This past week, I know, was very, very difficult for you, for our staff, for our families, for our community, for everyone, for your parents. This past week has really made me, again, was it frustrating? Yes. Was it difficult? Absolutely. Was it scary? Yep. But it also made me think about all the blessings that we have and all of the things that sometimes we might take for granted and not really realize that we're so blessed to have. Something as simple as water that we can drink. Something as simple as, heat in our homes to keep us warm, food on our table, being able to use a microwave, being able to use our stove, being able to come to school. Those are the things that we have, and that this past week, I think, made us all realize how grateful and how blessed we are to have those things, and how difficult life can be without them. So last week was a week full of struggle, a week full of frustration for a lot of us as parents, especially. So I thought about a quote that would, maybe help us see what we can get out of this. And so the word that I want to teach you today is resilience. This quote is going to talk a little bit about resilience. And I also have a story that I'm going to have you enjoy in just a bit that I want you to think about as well. And so resilience is what resilience means is not giving up, not, kind of getting back up when things go really badly. Because life is hard. So when times get tough, working through it, not giving up, and not quitting. And being resilient means, you kept at it. You didn't give up on, you didn't let that struggle or that barrier get the best of you or of the situation. Whether it's something that you are in control of, or something that you're not in control of. So the quote is, failure is an important part of your growth and developing resilience. Don't be afraid to fail. This quote is, in honor of Black History Month. This quote was said by Michelle Obama. And so let me read it again. Failure is an important part of your growth and developing resilience. So it's important to fail because it helps us grow and it helps us become resilient. It helps us become stronger. Don't be afraid to fail. So in this story that you're going to hear, there's this little girl, and she has a best friend, which is her dog, and she doesn't really have a name in the story, but what's important about the little girl is that she has this vision. She has this idea to make the most magnificent thing, and all these ideas are in her head, and she works really hard to make this magnificent thing the most magnificent thing. But she struggles through it. She has a lot of challenges, and there's moments where she yells, she gets frustrated, she wants to give up. Did that happen to us this past week? Did we want to give up? Did we get frustrated? Did our parents get frustrated in this moment, during these past few days without having electricity, possibly not finding enough water, not having, or having all of our food rot in the fridge because our electricity was out, not being able to take a shower, not being able to comfortably brush your teeth, all these things that we struggled through last week. Is kind of similar to what this little girl was struggling with as she was trying to create this magnificent thing that she wanted to create. So she goes through struggles, but there's two things that happen. One, and I want you to notice, one is, how does her best friend help her? And that goes back to, we are stronger together. That goes back to, as a community, and as human beings, we're there for each other. We show that we care for each other by being there. So her best friend was there for her. And also the other thing was, even though she screamed and yelled and got frustrated and almost wanted to give up, she didn't. She got back up and she tried again. And she didn't let her failure get the best of her. She was resilient. So I want you to pay attention to that. And I hope that this story inspires you, boys and girls, to see these moments of struggle and these moments of what some of us may consider failure, or just things that happen in our lives that, whether we can control them or not, are very difficult. And I know this school year has been extremely difficult for our students, for our parents, for our teachers, for our staff. And what's important is that we stick together, like the little girl in the story and her dog, and that we are resilient and we don't give up and we come back. And even though sometimes we lose our smile, we can always bring our smile back. So I hope you enjoy this story, and I hope you liked the quote from Michelle Obama in honor of Black History Month. Remember, boys and girls, be innovative, be bold, be Ellison, and be resilient. Enjoy the story.
The Most Magnificent Thing, written by Ashley Spires. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things, he unmakes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antennae. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese, but none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. Crunch! The pain starts in her finger. It rushes up to her brain, and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. It's not much help at first, but before long she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel-to-seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. This is the perfect thing to ward off bears. This will stop the leak. This one's all wet. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left, and it is a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work, too. But it is just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing.